New Orleans Saints. I'll go pick by pick, kind of dig into it overall, what they're going to do at home, on the road, what they do in the division, and just do a little breakdown of course, these schedules. Not going to be a intense breakdown, but I wanted to get to them, get the chance to predict everybody here on the NFL schedule. So the New Orleans Saints starting in week 1 against the Tennessee Titans. I believe that is a win. I believe the Saints will win weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 potentially. This New Orleans Saints team could really start 6-0. You look at the Titans, you look at the Panthers, you look at the Packers. Of course, like I said, the Bucks, you have the Patriots, and then the Texans as well. The Saints do have the second easiest schedule in the NFL. They're projected, I believe, at 9.5 wins, if I'm not mistaken. So like I said, they will win, I believe, the first 6 weeks here of the NFL schedule. And the Saints really will not see a quarterback really worthy of, kind of talking about at this point in the season, unless, CJ Stroud pops off, or maybe, Bryce Young over there with the Carolina Panthers in week 2 is getting something going kind of early. But the first loss of the season for the New Orleans Saints will be in week 7 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to follow it up with a win in week 8, a win in week 9, I believe, as well. They will lose in week 10. And then going into that bye week in week 11, it really is going to be prime for them. Not too early, not too late in the year. They're definitely going to be able to get healthy for the back part of the year. And again, like I said, unless, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, or CJ Stroud go wild in the first 6 weeks of the season, the Saints will play a reputable quarterback until the Jaguars in week 7 with Trevor Lawrence, who more than likely is going to jump out and be elite, right? But we still don't know until we see it in the NFL season. They're going to have Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins back-to-back in that week 9 and week 10. Like I mentioned, I believe the Bears are going to be a victory, more than likely a loss to the Vikings, but it could be a close one, there as well. You got Jared Goff with the Lions in week 12. All 3 of those quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Justin Fields, and Kirk Cousins, they are serviceable at the moment, but only 2 of those guys show that they can win in the NFL, of course, with Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins. Y'all know I love Justin Fields, but we still need to see some more out of him. So walking into the bye week, that will be the record there. Coming out of the bye week, I believe it will be a win against the Atlanta Falcons. I believe it'll be a loss, unfortunately, to those Detroit Lions. And if I mess up on the record predictions or when I'm going through kind of schedule by schedule, please forgive me. I'm definitely trying to get at this from all angles for y'all in the episode. So, like I said, a win against Atlanta. I believe a loss to Detroit. I believe also a loss to Carolina. I believe the Saints are going to go 4-2 in the division. They'll sweep the Bucks, but they'll split with the Falcons and split with the Panthers. I don't believe the Bucks are going to be a real threat. And the Panthers, to be honest with you, they could get it together later in the season for that second divisional game against the Saints. And the Saints always split with the Falcons as well. I think we're going to win a nail biter against the New York Giants. We will win against the Los Angeles Rams, and we will also win against the Tampa Bay Bucks. So the Saints will go 12-5 overall, 6-2 at home, 6-3 on the road. Like I mentioned, going 4-2 in the division. We went through the schedule as it played out, and going into the bye week, they are going to have that 8-2 record bye week in week 11, which is going to work out well for them. Saints only play 5 games against playoff teams this year. 2 of those against Tampa Bay. Like I mentioned, they're going to win both of those. The Giants and the Jags at home, I believe they do lose to the Jaguars. Winning a nail biter against the Giants, because do believe Darren Waller, I do believe Daniel Jones, and I do believe Brian Daboll are really going to be up to something, at least enough competitive this year to really make every game they're in. Maybe not one worth watching, but they will be competitive if not all the games they'll be in this NFL season. On the Vikings, we're going to be taking them on the road. We know how that can be kryptonite for the Saints. So they're going to go 3-2 against playoff teams. And yeah, so there you have it for the New Orleans Saints. Second easiest schedule in the league, projected at 9.5 wins. I have them going 12-5. Won't get into division predictions or, playoff brackets just yet. Just want to hit you guys with the NFC South record predictions. So y'all get in the chat, get in the comments, let me know what you think about the New Orleans Saints 2023 record prediction.